Hey guys, it's Katie here with Life the Mundane. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you our 5 favorite ways that you can help your kids beat the cabin fever, that winter blues, and how to get them active, but also give them something productive to do with their time. So let's get started. There are so many times during the winter that our kids go crazy, and as a result, so does the rest of the family because they're bundled up inside. Now, first of all, before I jump into these tips, I would encourage you to continue to have your kids go outside even when it's cold. Bundle them up, get them appropriate snow gear or winter gear, and have them still go play outside. But the option to spend all day outside or several hours outside may not be as realistic as it would be when the weather's a little bit nicer. So what do you do with that extra time? What productive things can you do as a mom to keep them engaged and entertained without having to be the entertainment for your kids? I always tell my kids I am not their cruise director. It is not my job to come up with a whole list of activities and see what they would like to do, but rather we have sort of set things that we do during these times. So I'm going to share those with you guys, and I hope that they will be helpful to you. Number 1, get physical. If your kids are bouncing off the walls, it is time to get out some physical energy. But you might be wondering how you can do that without destroying your house. Well, first I will say that we love to do Cosmic Kids Yoga on YouTube. It's a free YouTube channel. You just go on there and they have these fun adventures for your kids to do on the TV. And they stand there, and I have a rule that if you are down there watching it, you must be doing it. And everyone from my 10-year-old down to my 1-year-old is participating and doing their best doing these yoga adventures. Super fun and engaging for them. If you're not into yoga, there are other active YouTube channels out there that have fun kids activities and movement exercises that they can do to get those wiggles out. Even finding dance videos. Sometimes my kids will like to do that for dance tutorial videos. So think of something outside of the box where you can have your kids get out some of that movement and energy. You can also set up simple obstacle courses within your house, or if you have the ability, pull your car out of the garage and let them play in the garage for a little while. Yes, it'll probably still be cold, but it will be warmer than it is outside, and you won't have to deal with snow or the wind chill factor. Tip number 2 is to create a board jar. This is really simple, and all you need is some kind of container and some pieces of paper and a pen, and that's it. And all it is that when your kids come to you with that, "Mom, I'm bored," you just reach into your board jar, or have them reach into your board jar, and pull out one item. And whatever item is on that list, they must do. And this will be a very quick fix, because when you make this jar and you put the little pieces of paper in there with what they're supposed to do, you're gonna make it 70 to 90% chores or things that are physical work. And the other percentage is going to be fun things like play with Play-Doh or bubbles, or maybe get to watch a TV show or play on the computer or whatever. But their odds are going to be pretty high that they're going to be chores or work. Now, I don't conceal that fact to my kids. My kids know that the board jar has less preferred activities than non-preferred activities, but this is a way that the second I hear that word, they have to pick from that jar. And so it has eliminated this idea of being bored. And they get creative and they come up with their own activities. Because again, my job is to not be their cruise director. It is to be their mom and to be their teacher and to come alongside them, but not entertain them. And using their imagination and being inventive is so good for them. So this is another tip for helping you beat the cabin fever and beating that "I'm bored" question. Board games are always a fun way to go. I've done 3 videos, and you guys can check out that playlist up here if you guys want to see it, but I've done 3 videos on some of our family's favorite board games. One's for preschoolers, one for family games, and one for older non-readers. So you guys can definitely check those out. But having a rotation of board games going through your house and teaching our kids not only how to play them and use them, but also how to take care of them and put them away will really help benefit you in the long run. My kids spend hours playing board games together, and they have a blast doing that. But that took some training up front to get them to understand how we take care of things and how we put them away. And obviously there is a certain age limit that you want to start that at. Tip number 4 is to do art. Now, I will tell you, I'm personally a little leery of this tip because I don't like mess. at all. We have a mess in our family, and I guess I don't mind the day-to-day mess. I don't like art mess. I don't like glue and paint and glitter. Glitter is completely banned in our house. None at all. But I don't like that kind of mess. So I tend to be hesitant about it. But we have found some cool things for art that don't have mess. We love to do the art books or the art pads that are actually just water pens, and it changes color, and you guys can see that here, and it's such a fun thing for the kids to do, and there's no mess. And if they do get anything on the table or on the wall or anywhere else, it's just water that's coming out of it. Another art thing that we love to do is, I showed you guys in a video last year, and I will post that link above, but I showed you guys our awesome world map tablecloth that the kids can color, and they spend hours coloring this because it's really in-depth and involved, and they can all color it together, and I can throw it in the wash and they can start all over again. So that's another great option for a no mess crafting. The last option I will tell you about as far as art stuff goes that is a no mess art thing is to go to the Art Hub channel for kids, and this is just a father and his kids drawing together side by side, and he gives them very detailed instructions and encourages them to put their own creative twist on it. My kids love to sit down and do those drawings all together and then compare and talk about, oh, how did you make it special and unique to you? So that's another way that you could have no mess and still have art to help you kind of fill up those hours of boredom. Tip number 5 is to not be afraid to use podcasts, audiobooks, and read alouds. You guys don't want to discount the amazing opportunity that you have to use podcasts and audiobooks for your kids. I love sitting down and reading aloud to my kids, especially in cold winter days, but sometimes that's not always an option. So having something where they can listen to it without mom is a great solution for kicking that cabin fever. I've actually done a video just on podcasts specifically, on our 5 favorite podcasts for kids, and I would love for you guys to go check that out now and see what you guys think. Drop it down in the comments what you guys like to do to beat cabin fever, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!